Welcome to the Bubba Army YouTube channel. Listen, I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
If I dated a girl and she's like you, Anna.
Yeah. Gross.
You have to get tested, and we have to. I'd be like, first of all, I'm 55 years old. If I would have had something by now, there'd be a lot of girls, trying to get me in trouble, saying I gave them the herpes,
exactly,
or the claps.
So you're totally clean because you banged all these chicks,
right?
And they're fine.
Well, now hold on. But nobody's ever approached me of having an issue. I've never had an issue. Well, I had one issue one time.
You decrabbed yourself
in '86. I got crabs in Terre. I did get crabs in Terre Haute, Indiana, in 1986.
You didn't even need a doctor.
The same place the Kiss Army started.
Same place Kiss Army
started. Oh, really?
Started.
I didn't know that.
Probably the girl that started the Kiss Army, the dirty bitch, is the one that gave me crabs.
Yeah.
She's from West Terre. Who in the hell could be calling me at this hour? Hello. It better be, it better be Bubba Army royalty. That's all I got to say. Hello. Exactly. Get off my phone. I'm in the middle of telling you how I conceived my son.
Mm-hmm.
Back in '86, this chick gave me crabs in Terre Haute, Indiana. I'm not proud of it, but crabs aren't like herpes or like warts.
It's pubic lice.
Like I'm trying to think about like some of the, AIDS. If you were, I'm thinking of like the stuff you can get.
Herpes and AIDS are like the two.
Herpes and AIDS.
Yeah.
And I don't have either one of those.
HPV for women.
And so, so those are the ways orts?
It can be, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will tell you this, Blitz, when I have talked with a girl or something like that and it may get sexual, they do, sometimes you have that discussion. Hey, are you clean? You're clean. I say, do you want stops and down every time?
What's that?
I give blood every 120 days. And in order to give, I'm at a 6-gallon club, I give double blood wet red cells. And Blitz, when you do that, when you give blood, they screen your blood for everything because they cannot donate your blood. You can't have herpes and they're giving because the blood that they use
for people like Lummy.
No, seriously, people that need blood transfusions and through operations and stuff like that. So every 120 days after you give blood from One Blood, the Bloodmobile. Yeah. After you give blood, they send you back a health report, an email health report. Mm-hmm. And it says what your blood type is, what your blood pressure was, and then it screens for Hep C, blah, blah, blah.
All the stuff.
COVID antibodies.
No, this is dumb, but can every STD be detected through blood? Because sometimes it's like a swab or
urine.
Urine.
And I guess maybe
but
perhaps.
The major ones, all right.
Right. So they so I just say, hey, I can email you my blood report that's 104 days old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
And they're like, oh. And I've never had no problem. But I had crabs in '86.
Yeah, that's
when I burnt them off myself.
Mm-hmm. With some bleach.
No. Gender in a drum.
No, I went downstairs. I got crabs.
Yeah.
I'm in this class and I'm not paying attention. I hated college.
And you're itchy.
And I'm itching. I got these shorts, kind of like the kind of shorts you wear on. I kind of like the little, back in the
40s, the short shorts. Oh, sorry.
No, it was in the 40s.
Nonetheless, it was the 80s.
Okay.
And I'm wearing me some, shorts, basketball, kind of like what I'm wearing now.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to reach, I could reach in and get to my junk. Like you could.
I think everyone could.
If you got a pair of shorts in, you can reach in and get in there.
I could do it now. Yeah. You just go from the top.
Blitz doesn't really have to reach in too far.
No, it's Blitz, right there at the edge.
Yeah, Blitz just flicks mid quad and it's there.
Yeah,
mid quad.
He karate chops mid quad and he's chopping off the gland.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden I'm in this class. I can remember it like it was. I can remember exactly what classroom it was. It was over by the president's house. The president of Indiana State University had his own house that was right in the middle of campus, and it was pretty cool. It was on the quad. They called it the quad. Mm-hmm. So I'm in this class, third room, no air conditioning, windows open, and I feel something biting me in my, not my balls, but like more my, my pubis.
Yeah. Your mound.
Because I don't think crabs go to my foop. And so, but they're biting. They're like, they're just not like, they're at the Golden Corral.
Oh, the buffet.
Yeah, I'm like, so I'm in the back of the class, so I go underneath in the middle of my shorts, underneath them on the side, and I I think I got one. I pull it out and I put it on the table.
The girl next to you. Oh.
No, I put it on the table. Remember the little wooden tables?
Yep.
Yeah.
They fold out.
Yeah, and they just had one little arm that you could write on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in one of those. And then they had left-handed ones for the left-handed kids.
You had
and
like
right-handed.
2 or 3 of them.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, for those losers.
So I'm in a right-handed Willie, and I put it down there, and sure enough, it looks like a little crab, like the kind on a beach.
Like Mr. Krabs?
Yeah, like, hey,
Mr. and Mrs. Krabs.
me SpongeBob.
You didn't like freak out at that point?
I kind of did. So I had a pin, and it was teeny tiny, like literally. I'm gonna show the camera how big a crab is. Hold on. It's like that big. It's just like a little dot.
Okay.
But it's real crab-like. You can see like its little claws and its little everything. It's just teeny
How
tiny.
many, like his legs and everything?
Yeah, you can see him. And he's trying to scamper, on my desk. So I'm trying to stab him with my pen, but I can't get him. Well, I get him right before he falls off, thank God. So I kill him. But I'm still getting bit.
Uh-huh.
And so some teachers were cool about like raising your hand saying you need to go to the bathroom. And other teachers were like real hippies. And they're like, yeah, man, if you just ever want to leave because you're not feeling the vibe.
That was that teacher?
Yeah, this was Johnny. So I wasn't feeling the vibe.
But this is college, right?
Yeah, and
Can you just get up and leave?
I mean,
that's how college is.
Some teachers were cooler about it than others. Yes, Lummy, this is exactly what I had.
Oh, that's on your desk?
Hold on, right here. This guy's on my desk.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this guy. And
Damn.
now he's not that big,
He looks
obviously.
mean.
Yeah.
But
Those
look,
claws.
they're clawing the crap out of you.
And they're biting you.
Man, I know what it feels like to have like an ingrown hair down there, or like one hair like scratches or something. Like I can't imagine little animals down there biting at you.
Yeah, no, I don't want anybody to think I'm an unkept or unclean person because I'm actually very clean. Anna, would you say I'm not a clean person?
You're very clean.
Like, I always have lotions on. My teeth are always brushed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not talk about my hair, but,
Sometimes you're on the reef, but that has nothing to do with cleanliness.
Right, exactly. So I got one of these guys. I got several of these guys down. Well, see, let's
looks
just
kind of badass.
let's back it up a little bit.
Yeah, that guy looks cool.
I want to hang out with him.
Let's back it up a little bit. I'm living on Oak Street in Terre Haute, Indiana. And Oak Street is, I don't even know the house is around anymore, but it was like the worst. It was an absolute. Blitz, did you get me some Control GX?
I did, and I got you some Crew pomade.
Ooh, can we Bubba Sassoon you?
No, bitch, but I can start sassooning myself.
No, this is the shampoo that you use.
Oh.
And it takes the gray out gradually.
I almost did my hair today. Because I think I have some new viewers today. I'm trying to impress.
Okay.
So I almost
That chick.
Talking about crabs, that's a good look.
that chick. Yeah, I'm trying to impress that chick.
It was 86. Please.
Oh, you're talking about the chick who gave me crabs? She's watching right now from West Terre Haute.
No,
and
that
trying
new chick who's like a fan of Tara and Anna podcast and stuff.
Oh no, not that one.
Oh.
So anyway, these are what the crabs look like. So I hope that people that are watching the show for the first time don't think bad of me because I had crabs in '86.
You got him at Oak. You got him at Oak Street.
Yes, I lived on Oak Street. It was an absolute slum, like just absolute slum conditions.
Do you remember what the address was?
No, maybe like 624 Oak Street or something. And a guy named Garrett owned the house. He was in the back, and then he had 3 apartments. It was a big old house that they had sectioned up into apartments. And so I'm living there with Carrie Gray, and there's this girl. She's a groupie of the radio station, and she came by earlier today, and she looked kind of cute, but she did look kind of greasy, if you will. Anna, how people
Better
kind of.
banger.
What's that?
Said better banger.
Well, yeah, you're thinking, maybe she's a little granola. But I've not ever really, had sex or banged granola chicks, so to speak.
That's not your type.
No. So this bitch was a little granola. And you know how granola sometimes won't take a shower every,
Yeah, white people with dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she comes over to the house. I can remember like it was nothing. And it was wintertime. and one of my windows was broken in my actual bedroom, so I had a piece of cardboard over it with duct tape.
That's a good look.
And so she comes in, and back then, when you're when you're 18, 19, 20 years old, it's not uncommon for us guys to have the mattress on the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
Like every one of us have. Now that's not a cool look when you're 35, but when you're 18, 19, and Tyler don't get any ideas, all of a sudden your mattress is on the ground. But back when it's not uncommon for a guy to have the mattress on the ground because we couldn't afford box springs
Sure.
or a headboard or whatever. So my mattress is on the ground, and she comes in. Now, my buddy, Kerry Gray, who's my radio buddy, he is there as well. But he is so cold that he's in the kitchen with the oven because the heat's down or it's not working too good. So he had it was so cold that he had the oven on with the door open.
Electric or gas?
And electric.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Electric. And he has a fan that he's trying to blow into his room to get warm. So I get this granola bitch from West Terre Haute to come over. Well, you can't take your clothes, like, it's almost impossible to have sex because it's literally like 45 in the house.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I got a whole bunch of comforters. Why don't we just go to bed? And hold each other. Yes, Anna, a very rare Bubba cuddle.
'Cause you thought you were going to freeze.
Yeah. So
Like to
Cuddling
preserve
some
your life.
Not
So-
having a shower granola bitch.
yeah.
Ugh.
So, and you really couldn't take a shower at my place. So I probably was.
Because you'd freeze.
I was probably a day removed from a shower too. I think her
Ew.
crabs morphed into my crabs and became super crabs.
Both all
Oh,
musty, nasty ass.
So we get to bed. We go into my bedroom, and it's just so cold. Well, finally, we get warmed up a little bit, and we decide to have sex.
Okay.
But it's not like standard sex. It has to be. It was like, you know how you lazy dog it?
Mm-hmm.
Blitz, are you familiar with lazy
course.
dog? Yeah. Now, lazy dog is okay for waking up Sunday morning.
Yeah.
But not the
But-
first time.
But
No way.
Lazy dog is for a girl that you've been with for a while, and it's simply that. You're being lazy about it.
Yeah, and you're just waking up.
Yeah, you're just trying to snap one off real fast.
Yeah.
Lazy dog is probably the least romantic it could be.
Yeah.
Unless you're grabbing their hair or choking them out.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can spice it up, but
Yeah,
I
I
get
mean,
what
like-
you're saying.
If you're just
a
doing-
regular lazy dog.
Yeah, just a standard grab her hips or her shoulders. Lazy dog is
Yeah.
lazy dog is not, super cool. Now, if you got a handful of hair or maybe a little wrap around the neck deal, or you're taking the jugs around the farm, that's a little different. But
Yeah.
so we lazy dog it. Well, she instantaneously, we can't take a shower, anything like. I don't even know that we have. I think our pipes are even frozen, so we can't really clean up.
What are you guys, like in the Arctic or something? What the
Blitz,
hell?
Blitz, it's like January.
And this house is a
and-
crap hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my windows are falling out and everything. And so she just leaves. I gave her, a gift,
And she gave you crabs.
and she I
She gave you a gift.
She gave me some stuff, and I gave her. So the next morning, at the gym, Blitz, the campus gym, they had showers.
Okay.
But Carrie wasn't a student. I was. So, and he had to go. I didn't go to work until 7 at night. He went to work at like 10. He did middays.
Okay.
So I go to the campus gym to work out, but I more so did to take a shower. So I get a really nice hot shower. I get all the crustacean off of me. I'm feeling real good. And I didn't even know I had crabs then. So at that point, that's when I went to class after I took a shower. And I don't know if the shower activated the crabs or something, but that's when they started biting me. So I run home. Remember I had the professor that's like, hey, man, if you're not feeling it,
Sure.
So I wasn't feeling it. So I left.
We were feeling it all right.
Yeah. So I went back to the house. It was a little warmer that day. It was like 50.
Okay.
So I go downstairs in this slum of a house, and I find janitor in the drum floor stripper.
Mm-hmm.
Like made to strip floors or something. I don't know, industrial commercial strength janitor in the drum floor cleaner. And I'm like, well, this is about as powerful of a cleaner as you can get. This has got to kill crabs. Because I didn't want to go to the student infirmary, and walk in there and say, "Yeah, I got crabs." Like you don't want everybody knowing that.
No, not at all.
So if you can handle crabs on your own, don't you handle it on your own? I mean, I think nowadays you can go down to like CVS or Walgreens and they give you crab killer, right? Don't they got Rid or something like that? I think they got over-the-counter crab killer.
Yeah.
So at that point, only the girl checking you out knows you got the crabs, right?
Yeah.
Not the entire, infirmary staff.
Sure.
What'd you send me, Blitz?
Janitor and drum commercial.
Oh, yeah, this is what I used on my crabs
Oh, God.
back in 1986. Hold on. I'm having big-time computer issues.
You've got like 8 million tabs open as well.
I know.
Jesus.
I know. I'm trying to get through them.
Oh, you're kidding.
Grease. Tough to clean, right? No more. New formula janitor in a drum breaks up grease better than any other leading cleaner. No more. Here's cooking grease added to janitor and 5 other top breaks up grease better than any other leading cleaner. Here's cooking grease added to janitor and 5 other top cleaners. Equal strength. Mix.
And then here's a guy from Indiana State that had crabs.
Grease comes to the top of all the other cleaner.
All right, anyway, janitor in the drum. So I go home and I get in the shower. Now the shower, I try to get it as hot as I can, but it's not really that hot. And I take janitor in the drum, and Blitz, I don't even dilute it. I don't even,
Straight on.
I just go straight janitor in the drum. And I remember I put it like in a cereal bowl.
Oh.
And so the first thing I did was
Did you bang the bowl then or something? I mean, did you set it down and get on top of it and just dip everything into it, or what'd you do?
Teabag it?
Was I doing like a Dairy Queen dip on the deal?
Yeah.
Was I doing
sounds good, actually.
Dairy Queen will take your soft serve and then dip it in some
Hell
chocolate.
yeah.
I was Dairy Queen dipping my balls.
Your balls.
No, so I took a janitor in the drum and I put it in a cereal bowl and I went and got a razor and I shaved. Now this is 86.
So they had like a one-blade Bic?
Yeah, well, yeah, they don't. I mean, guys didn't even really. That we didn't have Manscaped or anything like that.
So you're bushed out?
I don't think I'm bushed out, but I'm not, right now I'm bald eagle. I ain't got no hair down there. None. How many guys here are bald eagle?
Not me.
Not me.
So am I the only
And
one?
me.
So me and you?
Yeah.
Well, my boys are completely down to zero, but above, there's I keep it really trimmed, but it's not bald.
Oh, I just shave it.
Yeah, not me.
I don't like anything on me. I mean,
Tyler, what's your situation?
Oh, God.
We went over this before.
Daddy, my area has never seen a razor.
Scissors either.
You, whatever, sex. See you later.
We've already been over this.
We have these conversations weekly, Daddy. Don't you remember?
Daddy, not only do you ask this question on the air, but you ask me it privately all the time, Daddy.
How could you forget?
he's all pilled out.
My
2 more cigs.
My black eye. So I don't know what my pubic mound situation was before it started, but it was completely bare when I got done.
Okay.
And so at that point, Blitz, I can remember like it was nothing. I took a hot wash rag. And again, you didn't have the internet to look on how to get rid of crabs. You couldn't type in how to get rid of crabs. We didn't. We just got.
You had maybe a friend or two. That was about it.
We had at the station. We got this new thing called a fax machine, and we literally thought it was from outer space. We're like, wow, look at that. I mean,
You mean you could send pictures over a phone line?
I remember we were dealing. We had just became a radio and records reporter for the industry magazine called Radio and Records.
Yeah.
And if you were a reporter for them, they had levels P1, P2, and P3. P1s were like the New York, Chicago, LA, Philly, Detroit. P2s were like Tampa, Indianapolis, San Antonio. And then P3s were like Terre Haute, Fort Wayne, and things like that. But just to get a P3 status and become a recognized, station that reports what it's playing, the record labels, if you're not a reporter, you get none. if you're a reporter, the record labels are giving you anything you need.
Mm-hmm.
If Columbia called and be like, yeah, we'll send 25 listeners on a bus over to the Indy 500 to watch the Fleetwood Mac and and John Cougar Mellencamp concert before the Indianapolis 500 if you add, this Martika record.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
And so you'd have to play the Martika record 20 times a week. You'd have to write 20 times a week, and then that would get you the promotion. And it was so illegal, and plugola and payola and all of that. So Blitz, in order for them to be able to fax us what records they were working and how they wanted us to report them, we had to have a fax machine, and they were like $800 back then.
Yeah.
And so I was a music director, and my general manager, Tony Clark, rest in peace. He just died a while back ago. He's like, Bubba, you better tell the record companies that we're not buying any fax machine. So I had to call the record companies and say, hey, if you want us to be able to report our music, you got to send us a fax. I got 4 fax machines. We had 4 of them. I was like, Tony, what you do is you type up a piece of paper with your playlist on it, and then you send it through this machine, and somehow it goes to L.A.
Can I take a picture of my butt and send it out via fax?
So
I'm going to fax my butt out to everyone.
So you couldn't, fax machines were cutting-edge technology. You couldn't Google how to get rid of crabs. So I shaved my pubes all the way down. And Blitz, I got to think the first time you shave your pubes are probably pretty tender.
Oh, I hope.
Yeah.
Like the skin, is virgin-like.
Not used to it.
Bobby for real is 1,000 bits.
So I shave it all down, and I take these hot wash rags, and I try to put hot wash rags all over my pubis.
Just like with hot water, nothing else?
Nothing else.
Okay.
With trying to open up the pores.
Oh, okay.
That's smart.
Little did I know that I probably killed all the crabs by shaving all my pubic hair.
Probably.
Nothing for them to latch on to.
Right. So, because I used soap and I used hot water and I got rid of everything. So little did I know is that I probably didn't have any crabs once I took all my pubic hair out of there. But I was going to not make sure that they never came back. So I took janitor in the drum and slathered it all over my freshly opened pubis pores.
Yeah, all new open pores. Just shaved and open pores.
Yeah, so things that you use to strip and clean floors with. So I'm like, wow, this is really burning.
And that's back in the day when they could actually use real chemicals.
Yeah. Probably had gas in it or something. It's even hard telling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, this is really hurting. This is really, really hurting. I'm just going to ride through it. So then I went and got an ice pack, and I'm icing down my pubis, and that's not helping. So then I go in the shower and try to run cold water over it, and it's not helping. And my pubis mound is turning red. Like it started out kind of pink, and now it's like full-blown red.
Like Lummy's throw up.
Yeah, like Lummy's throw up.
Started out pink and then in full-blown bright red.
Right.
It's starting to swell, too.
Yeah, and it's starting to swell.
That's kind of hot.
And it's starting to kind of like it's just bad. So
Blitz is gonna flick it.
I actually call my mom. Back in Warsaw, Indiana.
Yeah. What do you tell her?
She's at work.
Hi, Fwee. How may I help you? How are you doing?
She's at work.
How's school going?
She was the Warsaw sewage collection. She was the one that. She was a city manager for the city of Warsaw. She was the sewage collection clerk to make sure you paid your water and your sewer bill.
Right.
So I call down there. I go, Mom, I know you're at work. She's like, I'm very busy. We're having an audit today, Bubba.
Yeah,
I go, I know you're having an audit. But listen, Mom, I got crabs.
Oh, how did you cook them?
No, I got crabs from this girl.
Oh.
You got a girl?
And then she got mad. She's like, my mom gets mad. She grits her teeth.
Yeah.
She goes, why are you calling me with stuff like this? I go, Mom, because I think I'm burning my skin off.
What did you do?
She's like, what are you doing? Like, I got crabs from this girl, and I used janitor in the drum to kill the crabs.
You did what?
I said, I used janitor in the drum cleaning stuff, and it's now burning
my
entire...
Why the hell would you do that?
So I go, what do I... She goes, you need to go to the hospital. I'm like, for real? She's like, yeah. Call me at home tonight. I'm like, okay. So this is like 3, 4 in the afternoon. I go down to the hospital, to the infirmary, the student infirmary. And there's these cute, they got
Cute nurses.
Yeah, they
Students.
got girls that are in the nursing program are there. So I go down there and there's this really hot chick, and they got me sitting in this table, and I got to fill out all this paperwork. And they're like, "What's your problem?" I go, "I burnt myself while shaving my pubic area." And she said,
while shaving.
I lied to her. She goes, "What?" I go, "I burnt myself while shaving my pubic area."
What'd you use for shaving cream?
She said, "Well, hold on. I can't. I guess it was beyond her scope to look at it,
Right.
So she went and got a female,
Oh boy.
a female doctor,
Okay.
and they pull your pants down. Well, when you're at the doctor's office and you've just burned off your you're not laying nice at all.
No, it's like a little bug.
Yeah, it's a little elevator button.
Yeah, it's nothing. Sometimes it's an innie.
And you guys know, every one of you guys would be a liar if you didn't admit to. When you're going to get you chub it up a little bit. You try to get it.
You would try to, yeah.
Yeah,
You tug on it.
That's what us guys do.
I know. I've done it before.
I mean, you've done
I'm
it.
kidding.
You think girls, Anna, before they're getting ready to get their boobs looked at?
Oh, the boobs for sure.
They'll kind of flick up their nips a little bit, try to get them out a little bit.
Yeah, every time.
Because nipples that are out look better than ones that are all crustacean in.
Yeah, and I don't want Linda to give me a snarky look.
Yeah,
Right.
with your weird boob looking.
So I try to get it, kind of pre-worked. Well, they come in, right when I'm kind of trying to fluff it up.
Mid-work.
So she's like, let me see. Well, she brings in the intern.
Well, yeah, they need to learn how to deal with this sort of thing. When people burn themselves when they're shaving.
I'm sure there weren't many people shaving their pubes in Indiana
in
the
86.
80s. Yeah,
No, there weren't.
You started a trend.
Blitz actually were like, we haven't seen one of these in 15 years.
Right.
So the somewhat attractive 53-year-old doctor, and then her very attractive 20-year-old
student.
nursing student. They're now, and they get a popsicle stick. I can remember it was nothing, and gauze, and they're poking around, my burnt area on my pubis, and I'm standing up.
They go to the other room and go, "Watch this. We're going to get the stupid popsicle stick thing, and we're going to do the popsicle stick trick on this guy. Watch."
And so they they're prodding around on there, and I'm like, she's like, "Does that hurt?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Okay, well, here, we're going to give you some salve or some type of stuff, but we're going to have to admit you overnight."
What?
And I'm like, "Why do I have to stay overnight?" And she was like, "In case you have a reaction."
Dude, that's part of the rib.
Yeah.
Well, I
Bring
probably,
everyone else in.
And Blitz, thing about it is you didn't even have, there was no insurance or
Right.
it was free.
Yeah. Because it was through the school.
Yeah, it was free. And the room was nice as hell and everything. So
You mean I could just hang out here on the weekend?
I stayed overnight, but then during at 3 a.m, they had to come and do my blood pressure and then pull back my sheet and look at my, burned pube mound.
Right.
And they did it 3 times that night, all with different,
Just so everybody saw.
Yeah, they're
whole
parading
cohort.
everybody in
Bringing
there.
their
Yeah.
friends in after the bar.
So
Like, these people don't even work here.
Hey, you want to come look at this guy?
Hey, I know you're at quarter beer night down there at fourth quarter bar, but
You gotta
want
see
to
this.
see an idiot that shaved himself as
gotta
janitor
see
in the drum? We're calling him fire crotch now. His red pubes.
Well, did you ever tell them what you actually did?
No, I did not.
There's no way they believed you.
No,
Were they
no.
super
Of
confused?
course they didn't believe him.
No, she just said, why did you shave that area and what did you use? And I said, well, I just shaved it, because I thought I was trying to do some personal hygiene stuff and I used the wrong stuff. And she goes, well, what did you use? And I said, I don't know. It was some type of cleaner. She goes, why wouldn't you just so she's quizzing me these questions. Why wouldn't you just use soap and water?
Or shaving cream.
And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I that's why I'm here.
Stop with the questions, bitch.
Yeah.
Stop with the questions. I was dating this guy. I'm sorry. I had a one-night stand with this granola cricket bitch from the other side of the tracks. And,
Did you ever see her again? Talk to her?
No.
And can you turn up the radio? Toy Soldiers is playing, please. We're going to make sure we get those
Martika
songs in.
Martika. Blame It on the Rain, Milli Vanilli. Yeah. So there's my crab story, and I'm living by it. See, but I think you could tell a girl, hey, I had crabs. Like Anna, if you liked a girl and he was able to give you the blood work and he's clean and all, but he did say, hey, in full disclosure, I had crabs in college.
Oh, I don't care.
And I.
As long as you're clean now, why does it matter?
Mm-hmm. Janitor drum to get it off.
No, he didn't have to get into that. As long as he was
He's not there anymore.
Right, they're not there anymore. But I previously had. I mean, you'd want to know that, right? A guy had crabs.
No, I don't even need to know that. I just need to know what's going on now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have my blood work.
Okay, great.
I don't know why we're even talking about this, why I give you my blood work. Oh, because we're going to become better friends, remember?
Yes, that was the original statement.
We can be just friends. And Blitz, I think I could be just a friend. No,
Okay.
I don't think you could, Bubba.
I'm going to be honest with you.
I mean, you say you're just a friend.
You got what I need, but you say you're just a friend. And you say you're just was Bismarcky talking about a girl that he's just not going to get any ass off of? Is that what that was about? Or was that about, I'm going to get that ass? You're saying you're a friend, but I'm going to get that ass. What do you think? Lummy, maybe you could bing maybe I'll ask Alexa. Hey, Alexa, what was the lyrical meaning of Bismarcky's Just a Friend? That's probably way too much for her.
Yeah. Here's something I found on the web. According to Genius.com, the chorus of this track is a spin-off of Biz Markie's 1989 single, Just a Friend, and Logic uses the track as an attempt to persuade a girl that only wants to be friends.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, she answered it.
She just wants to be a friend.